Guess what? I can't get out of my car. It's child locked. Bloody hell. This one too. Which means I'm gonna have to climb. Oh God, I'm gonna have to climb in the front somehow to get out this car. What a faff. Okay, right, let's try and do this in as modestly as I possibly can. Left foot forward. Oh my goodness. Let's get this open. Oh, not sure why I didn't think of that before I got into the back. Phew, I'm out. Oh, that was tough. Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to give this Vauxhall Corsa a first impression review. I'm going to start off in the front seat and the cockpit, check out all the buttons here and how everything works, then go to the boot, and after that into the back seat. And I will then take it for a little point of view test drive. And like all my other reviews, this is a first impression review. It's the first time I got in this car, and what I report back is based on what I see for the first time. And if you haven't yet done so, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I post first impression reviews on cars weekly. Let's get straight to it. I've already turned the engine on. This is the steering wheel, and I gotta tell you, it does feel good. This particular model has heated steering wheel, and on this cold day in London, my steering wheel is warming up, and it's a great addition to have. The infotainment system is a little bit crap, I'm not going to lie to you. The resolution is not great. It's very basic and a little bit complicated to use. When you first touch the buttons, there's no haptic feedback. There's no noise on them. I don't know what I'm pressing, and if I had to do that whilst I'm driving, it would distract me from driving. And one thing I do find a little bit annoying is, and if anybody knows how this works, please feel free to put it in the comment section below, is the heating. I gotta press this button up here to get to the heating section, and when I do press that button, you do hear a little bit of a sound. However, although I could change the temperature and the speed of the fan, auto or AC, I cannot figure out for the life of me how to change the direction of where the heating goes from the feet to the body air vents or to the window vents. I know that to the windows you can't just press this button over here, max, and it will go on. You can also change adjust the temperature down here with these control knobs, which I guess is a plus on a car like this where you have no haptic feedback over here. This car does come with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You just have to connect your phone to it. It's also got a radio, which is fairly simple to use. It's got all the presets over there, and you can change it all by just pressing whatever you want. This car also has a manual volume button, and if you know me and my reviews, we love to have a manual volume button. You've also got the volume button on the steering wheel to control the volume of the stereo system. Putting my hand back on the steering wheel, it is nice and warm. Right, let's move on down to this section here. We have the temperature control, physical buttons, passenger and driver side. We got heated seats on this model. Again, a nice thing to have in this car in this weather. Further down there is a USB slot and a 12-volt socket. You have a little bit of storage section here that is not a wireless charging point. It's just for storage only. This button controls the stop start deactivated. We all know what that is. This button over here, when you press that, it actually stops the lane departure system, which is nice on country roads, I guess. And you have the reverse camera sound off, and this is for if you're towing. There's an extra 2 buttons here, which on this model don't have any use. This is a 5-speed manual gearbox. Further back down here, you got a cup holder, 2 cup holders, a little bit of storage over there, and a little bit of more storage here. I'm really not sure what the point of that tiny little storage is. You got the armrest, and underneath you have a little bit of storage again. Doors, got nice big bins over here. You could fit nice 1.5 litre bottles in the driver's door as well as the passenger door. The material on here, surprisingly, this actually feels not too bad. However, when you come to the door, it feels awful. What they should have done really is switch this material for that material. Vauxhall were not thinking. I guess since the French took over, they just don't know how to utilize and maximize the quality of a car. Further down you got this fake plastic, which again I don't like. It gets very dirty, very scratchy. Glove box, very small, only a section over here for storage, and that's really about it for the storage. Up here you have the light system. You can control the passenger light and the driver's light, the door lights, and it's got an SOS button as well. Over here you got the speakers for your phone. And what else can I report back over here? On the right you have your auto lights. In the doors you have electric doors and electric mirrors. You can also lock the back doors. We have a reach and rake on this car. That's nice for a Vauxhall. You know, there's something about Vauxhalls that I like, because my first good decent car after I passed my driving test was a Vauxhall, and I loved it, the front wheel drive. But I'm a little bit disappointed about the material on this car, especially the infotainment system. It's not great. I definitely prefer the Peugeot 208 on this. It's a much more stylish car. It's a beautiful car. It's also more comfortable, but we're going to see in a minute how it drives. Right, let's go check out the boot, see what kind of storage we get over there. We'll also check out the back seat in a moment. To open the boot, you just put your fingers under the Vauxhall badge. Boot opens. It does have a narrow opening. The Ford Fiesta definitely has a wider opening than this. It's got a very large lip, loading lip. Not great Vauxhall, definitely not great. It feels very crap in here. You got some tethering points on the right and the left. Underneath you have what's supposed to be the spare tire. In this car it doesn't have it. You can either use that for storage or use it for whatever the hell you want. The seats do come down, both seats come down. I will just show you one of them. Simply pulling this lever over here, the seat comes down, and annoyingly the seat belt gets in the way. And once again you have a very high loading lip here. Again, not great Vauxhall, not great. Right, let's check out the back seats. I could tell you now that this door is again very narrow opening. Not great Vauxhall. Get into the back. This is my driving seating position, and I'm very cramped back here. Look at that. I'm not tall, I'm only 5'8". My knees are literally touching the seats going into the back of the guy in front of me, the driver. In the door you have a door bin storage, you got speakers and electric windows. You don't even have handles on this car. You have isofixers in the back here on both seats. You can possibly fit in 3 adults on a tight, but it's really for, just for children. You do not get any USB points over here, charging points, and the middle seat does not come down as an armrest. Again, a little bit disappointing. The headroom is okay, but the knee room, rubbish. Vauxhall, this is crap. Right, I managed to get out of the back seat, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it for a short drive, and I'm going to give you feedback of how this car feels based on first impressions. Again, I haven't driven this car at all. First thing I notice is when you pull the handbrake, you got the armrest there, and it's, not great. First gear, handbrake down, seatbelt on, and we're off. Oh my god. Okay, what have we got here? Steering is nice and light. Yeah, clutch is alright. Oh, but something that is not great is you have on the left a rest for your foot, and the clutch pedal is so close to it that when I put my foot on the clutch, it gets caught on that footrest. Oh, that's a little bit disappointing. This car has got an LED monitor for a speedometer, and you have all your basic information. How much fuel you got, the miles per gallon you're doing, current information. There's nothing really there. Your rev count at the bottom, fuel gauge, and your heat gauge. The car feels content. One thing I do like on this car, with all the crap that it has, and again my foot just got caught on the clutch, is it's nice and quiet. Steering is really light. I'm driving on city roads here. I don't think I've gone above 20 miles an hour yet. There are a couple of things that I like on this car. I like the gearbox. I like the way the gears change. It is extremely smooth. I do like the steering and the feel of the steering wheel. Although it's fake leather, it does feel pretty good. Something I'm really not impressed about is this infotainment system. I really got to take my eyes off the road to see anything, to check anything on it. You see, if I want to go back to the presets, I got to take my eyes off the road and go to presets. I don't feel, I have no haptic feedback from that. It's extremely annoying. You see, did you see how I just couldn't find the X to switch off? Yeah, it's not great. Really not great. My foot is constantly my left foot is constantly getting stuck on that on the footrest pedal. And such a simple thing, they could have designed a little bit better. It seems like they really tried to cut corners on this car. Okay, the ride, now that I'm speeding up a little bit, is getting choppy. I'm feeling every single bump in the road. But for a small city car, it's not so bad. I definitely prefer the Peugeot 208. It's a lot nicer than this. It's much more comfortable. I'll post a link for my review on that in the pop-out banner above. Go have a look at it. I'll also post a link at the end of this video so that you can continue watching this one. I don't like this car. No. This is not a car I would consider buying at all for anybody in my family. The Kia Picanto, the Hyundai i10, the Volkswagen Polo, so much better than this pile of crap. Oh, it's awful. Seats are not very comfortable either. Material is crap. Real scratchy, horrible material. Yeah, I'm very sorry, Vauxhall. I do not like this car at all. Besides the heating steering wheel, I don't think there's anything I like on this car. That's how awful it is. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please feel free to give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and go watch the next one. And have a great day, everybody. Merry Christmas.